Hey everyone, how are you doing? So today I'm talking about a different way to view your body when your doctor's given you that IBS label, because obviously it's a shock at the time. So I'm Gabby, I'm your group admin, and along with Desiree, we're both naturopaths. We work in the field of something called a functional approach or functional medicine. So if you've ever felt that you've had all of these tests and nothing's really shown up, it can make you feel like, well, what is it then? What's going on? So let me know in the notes or do comment if you've ever had some lab tests and been told there's nothing really wrong with you, it's just IBS. So today I'm talking about the difference between some of the testing that you may have had so far and something called functional testing. So it's quite interesting really when my clients come in with blood samples, stool results, urine results, and some of the sheets say all normal, no action taken. So these are quite typical words used within the UK lab reporting. But when I look at these results, you know, a naturopath will have a very different view, a viewpoint to maybe the lab technician. So there's times I look at it and think, this is not normal. Yes, you're within ranges, but it's certainly not optimal. You're not within functionally optimal ranges. You're within the right amount just to keep you alive, but it's understandable to me why people have got certain symptoms that they've got. So let me ask you a question then. So do you feel that when you've been to see your doctor, do you feel that they've really been able to take in what you said? Do you feel that they've asked questions all around what you've been saying to them or complaining about? And do you feel that they've really thought about what could be going on for you in your situation? So here in the UK, doctors are in such an unfortunate position of basically not having time to go through each of the client's health concerns. And in fact, last time I went to the doctor with my little boy, there was a note on the door saying 1 ailment, 1 visit. I actually just stopped in my track because I thought, we are one organism. You know, my ears are actually connected to my neck, everything's connected to the bowel. I couldn't believe it. I mean, we do have specialists for ear, nose, throat, but funnily enough, this head's connected to the rest of my body. So it shouldn't really be 1 ailment, 1 visit, but I can appreciate that time is certainly an issue. This isn't doctor bashing. I would like to highlight to you what the difference is with a functional approach. So there's 3 distinct differences. Imagine a chair or a stool with 3 legs, and each leg represents a functional approach. So this first leg relates to something that we call root cause resolution. So practicing functionally means that we're not actually chasing symptoms. Instead, we're trying to use tools to get to the heart of what's really going on with somebody so that we can bring resolution to some of somebody's symptoms. This isn't a question of suppressing symptoms alone, because suppression is not a long-lasting solution. It doesn't stay. Getting to the root cause means really finding out what's going on for somebody. And let's use the analogy of you've left your teenage kids all alone for the weekend. You wave goodbye knowing that they're going to be safe, they're going to have a great time, and they'll be fine without you. But when you get home, you find that the kitchen is just a mess of water. Everything is flooding. You're stepping into puddles everywhere. And there's your 2 teenagers with towels down, with mops, with buckets. And you're looking around saying, what happened? What's going on? And you see that the tap in the kitchen, the faucet, is running and running and running. And the sink is just flowing out onto the floor. And there's your teenagers trying to mop this up. And you're saying, what's going on? Is the tap broken? And they just look at you blankly. You walk over to the kitchen sink and you turn off the tap. And then you start cleaning up the water. So this is a simple analogy of what root cause medicine's like. Root cause is actually getting to that tap and switching it off. And it's not just about mopping up all of these symptoms. So if we were to use say, two women with IBS, so symptoms of diarrhea, constipation, often both, as you know, abdominal cramps or pains, bloating, intestinal gas, the approach that's not functional would be treating the symptoms of IBS alone. So that's things like antispasmodics or Imodium or laxatives or something to relieve the abdominal pain. So yes, that would give temporary relief. Well, you'd hope so. But root cause resolution? No. The issue never actually got addressed. So a functional approach would be paying heed to the context of the IBS, the history, the environment in which the illness arose for each particular woman, the diet and lifestyle factors that cause the actual symptoms of the flare in the first place, but also using interventions that truly enable internal healing to occur. Once you know the context, you can confidently move in the direction of this root cause resolution instead of just symptom chasing. So the second leg of what's functional and what's not is using systems and tools. So in order to practice this root cause resolution, we have to use solid systems and tools because everybody's different. We can't use this one size fits all because we're all uniquely individual and nobody's the same as the next person. So two people with the same symptoms or even the same diagnosis, they don't usually have the same treatment protocol because they arrived at their illness in different ways. So yes, there could be similarities and there probably are similar elements, but there will be fundamental differences. So if both women have diarrhea, constipation, abdominal pain, cramps, etc., we look at the functional approach is looking at this in context. So who else in their family has had these issues? Are there any similar patterns? What happened at the time of their birth? Any childhood memories of issues with diet or digestion issues, any elimination issues? Was there a history of a lot of ear, nose, throat infections and a history of using antibiotics? What factors actually cause each lady's individual symptoms to start to flare? Also, what has each person tried before that's worked for them or things that haven't worked for them? So using this system really allows us to capture the details quite specific to that person to see what's going on for them. They're uniquely individual. So when you know what's going on for that person, you're no longer invested in treating the symptoms alone, because obviously that leads to short-term resolution at best. But instead you're addressing the root cause of your health. I mean, I've been in practice now for 18 years. I've been seeing so many people suffering and not actually gaining benefit from the current health model. We kind of need to go beyond this quick fix, beyond standalone dietary protocols to truly practice functional medicine. So the third and final approach with functional medicine is something called the therapeutic partnership. So we've looked at root cause resolution and implementing the right systems and tools, but this third leg is just so important because this is a partnership at the end of the day. So I find that the relationship between me and the client allows me to see the connection between the symptoms, find those root causes, and also work together in harmony towards resolution. So if you're suffering with things like diarrhea and stomach cramping, constipation, you need to have the support, the rapport, the empathy, and most importantly, the knowledge of somebody like a naturopath. So when Desiree and I work with people, the one thing we state is, I've got your back. I'm here to hold your hand and to guide you. And this therapeutic relationship really is built on trust. And it's also built on the fact that education is the key. You know, I like people to have this understanding of why things are happening in the body, but even more importantly, how to overcome them. So it's teamwork. And much as we want this for our clients, they have to truly want this for themselves as well. So one of our jobs really is to help you to connect the dots, give you advice on what you can be doing to help yourself, but ultimately you're the executor of the plan. So you have to take action on your health. So a functional medicine approach is looking at these three branches: this root cause through thorough case taking, these systems and tools to establish the what, why, when, how of your condition. And there we use appropriate testing if required. And the third approach is this therapeutic relationship. And all of these branches make up the functional medicine model. So when we're talking about these two women that have these similar effects of diarrhea, constipation and pain, each actually may be motivated by very different reasons for wanting to get well. And this is going to help them in literally helping them to get well, but it also helps the practitioner to meet them halfway. So for somebody, for one of the women, their ultimate goal could be that they just will not do this anymore. They are fed up of the embarrassment of accidents, not finding a toilet, being too late, and I mean, you've been there, you know what it's like. The other may find that their bloating is affecting their confidence in the bedroom with their husband. So both are very real, but both have different reasons for wanting to really get well. So working within the realm of functional medicine appreciates these different motivations, the different root causes, and it works towards creating balance for the person on all levels of their life. So if you want to work with two professional naturopaths, you can hop onto a health transformation call with either Desiree or I. Des, I'm struggling to say your name today, to determine if you're right to actually do this in the first place. We need to see that it's not just IBS that's the problem. We need to see that what is it that's preventing you from doing and discovering what your health motivations are, so that we can look together at finding the right recommendations to help you move towards wellness. So I'm going to be doing another Facebook Live, and here I'm going to talk about different types of lab tests that are available, which you may find interesting, because so far when we're told, sorry, it's IBS, there's not that much you can do, you just have to kind of live with it. And you can see that you've had the ultrasounds, you've had the colonoscopy, you might have had an endoscopy, and everything is fine and dandy, everything's normal. I mean, that's great. That gives us a green light to go ahead with, right, okay, what do we need to do? Let's look at these things with fresh eyes. Let's find out how this all started, and let's go through and find your root cause. So if you'd like to work with a naturopath, see youribssolution.com/apply, and Desiree and I will look forward to speaking with you on a health transformational call. Take care, and if you've got any questions, please pop them in the comments below.